Hi everyone, I'm back for another try at a Sims 4 Legacy Challenge. This time we're gonna try out the Greek Gods Legacy Challenge that I found on the Sims 4 Challenges Reddit. It is by the user Coveted Wishes, and it's a little bit longer than a lot of other legacy challenges that usually only have 10 gens. I believe this one has 12 main gens and then a few more extra ones that we'll see if I'll get to. But we're starting off with our Gen 1, who is Artemis. She's the maiden goddess of hunt, moon, and wild animals. She'll start off with 500 simoleons on an empty lot, so it's a rags to riches kind of challenge as well. And she'll also start with 2 dogs who will have the hunter traits that I almost forgot to add until the very end, but you'll get to see them. And her aspiration will be friend of the animals, and her traits will be loves the outdoors, is a dog lover, and is unflirty. And she won't have any career, so she won't be working. The challenge is for her to make her living through digging and scavenging, as well as painting and fishing if needed. So the rules for her challenge, I'll just go through them while we're creating our sim, is that she'll have to befriend at least 3 animals, so birds, foxes, or rabbits. She'll have to complete her aspiration, master fishing, fitness, and pet training. Then she'll have to adopt at least 1 daughter. She can't date, flirt, or woohoo, but I do think that I'm gonna twist the rules a little bit, because I do want the legacy challenge to have, or each gen to have at least 1 biological child. So I'll still follow the rules that she can technically only have daughters, so I'll see if I can use a mod to do IVF or something that does not involve a male sim directly. And she can't befriend any male sims in general, which will be quite difficult, but we'll see what we can do. And yeah, she can't have a career, so it'll definitely be tough to keep her alive and keep both of the dogs alive as well on an empty lot. So I'll probably put down just like a tent and what other stuff will happen to need for the sim. Obviously we can use the showers and at the gym and such, so we'll see how extreme we want to be. I might just get like food bowls for the dogs, just little necessities, keep them alive and happy, and preferably avoid them running away, but we'll see. It'll definitely be an interesting challenge, especially because I've never really done any legacy challenges properly, so I'll try my best. And this will be an interesting gen with not being able to have any relationships with male sims and such, but that's okay. She'll just be a single Pringle, or maybe we'll find a nice girly for her. We'll see how it goes. we'll see what she thinks. And for the legacy challenge, I'll probably try to match the genders of the Sims to their assigned gods and goddesses, but we might change that if I decide that and the rules don't specifically need them to be a specific gender, then it's definitely possible to do a little gender bend, but we'll see. We'll see, and I haven't decided how many Sims Artemis will adopt either, but at least one. She'll adopt at least one daughter and have one through IVF. And hopefully it'll go well. Obviously it'll have to be a daughter, so because the next gen would be, I believe, Demeter, so the goddess of harvest and agriculture, but that'll be for that time. And then obviously if we happen to like the adopted daughter more than our biological daughter, then we might just change them to be the next gen, but all in its own time. But I do like how our first gen turned out. I feel like she has a very down to earth look to her, since she's supposed to be the goddess of hunt, and I kind of imagined her as a hunter and trying to make the clothes she's wearing more or less kind of matching that vibe. Obviously, probably not clothes she should wear while hunting, but that's okay. It's like a modern interpretation to a certain extent, but I do really like how she turned out, and I think it'll be a lot of fun to play as her and see how challenging it'll be to slowly build up a house for her and her dogs and future family. Maybe we'll just build a house out of nowhere from scratch for the empty lot, or maybe we'll move to a bigger place. Maybe we'll just find her a girlfriend, a wife, and move into their houses if possible. But I think it'll be a fun challenge either way to do our best to keep her alive. It'll be definitely interesting with her not having a job either, so it'll be quite rogue, and we'll get to spend a lot of time with her since there's no rabbit hole jobs for her gen. But she's coming together pretty nicely. The feature to copy all of the makeup and stuff makes this a lot faster than used to be, which is great, and I am very grateful that they've added that feature. But let me know what you think of our first gen for the Greek Gods Legacy Challenge. I will try my best to keep up with the challenge and post videos as I go. I will also try to do Not So Very on the side as a second challenge, just so that there's some variety to the content and to keep myself interested. But that will be for that video, and we'll get to see what kind of sim I will create for the mint gen for Not So Berry. I will start that over, since I did have a couple videos for my first attempt at doing Not So Berry, but we'll worry about that when the time comes. I think it'll be fun to do 2 different challenges at the same time, because I think they're quite different, like gen to gen. There isn't a lot of overlapping with what's required from the Sims, so there isn't like the same aspirations and careers, I don't think. So I think it'll be quite fun to do both of them at the same time, and I hope you guys will like it too. But I'm really looking forward to playing with Artemis and both of the dogs that I can't remember what I named, but one of them is an English Springer Spaniel, and the other one is a German short-haired pointer. So 2 dogs for hunting purposes, for different types of hunting too. And I think it'll be pretty fun. I might go check the gallery and see if I can find maybe more realistic looking versions of those breeds, but I did not do that in this video or in this recording, so don't be too surprised if they end up looking a little different in the first episode of the Greek Gods Legacy Challenge. But we'll see how it goes. There's quite a lot of rules in place, and I'll see how much I can adjust that and create my own story. But I think it'll be a lot of fun, and I think there's a decent amount of possibilities to create my own story, especially with the mods and new packs that are available. I think they'll help form a little story, but we'll see how it goes. And it'll definitely, I think the not befriending any male sims will be the most challenging part, but I guess it doesn't mean necessarily that she can't talk to or interact with male sims, but if she does, it'll have to be negative interaction, I guess, which will also be kind of fun and different, I'd say. But I do really like how she turned out. She's so beautiful, and I think it'll be quite fun to see how the next gens will form out of her looks and her, well, not her future partner's looks, but her the sperm donors and her looks. It'll definitely be interesting, and that is one of my favorite parts about Sims, just seeing how the Sims develop and how the genes work, even if it doesn't always work quite correctly, but we can always make necessary adjustments to make them look a little bit more like we'd want them to look. But I hope that I don't have to make too crazy of changes. And we'll be playing this on a different save file from just like the standard one, so I don't think I can't remember exactly whose save file I'm using. I think this might be like SkittlesIs. I think I'm using the save file that I was using for my first attempt at the Not So Berry challenge, so I think I have that save file for this challenge, and then I'll have a different save file for the Not So Berry challenge. But I'll be rambling on for a long time, and we're almost done with Artemis. So I hope you liked the video. I'm excited to start the challenge. I think it'll be a lot of fun, and I can't wait to play with Artemis and her 2 doggos. But if you're excited to follow along, see how the different Greek gods and goddesses will look for me, then feel free to subscribe and like the video to show me that you're excited for the challenge, and leave a comment below of what you think of our Artemis here, and if you have any suggestions of things we could do with her during the challenge, during her generation, then please leave them below and we'll see what we can do. It'll definitely be quite exciting. But yep, hope you have a good rest of your day or night, whatever time it is for you, and I'll see you again in the next video. Bye.